Alright, we recording? Yeah, we're recording.
Alright, hello there once again, audience. Oh wait, wrong YouTube channel. Anyway, hello there again, my name is Alex. Welcome to the Forge, or the workshop, or whatever I'm calling it this time. So, this is it glued on. Look at that. It does not come off. I know I said to wait about a day, but the thing is, I kind of want to get this video up as soon as I can because I got a new project starting up right after this. Well, not right after this. I've actually got a handful of commissions that all came in at the same time because some people like to put in their orders right before the convention, meaning I've only got like a week to finish 10 things. I swear, some customers are just so inconsiderate. I mean, I put the price of a rush order on there, but they don't get it. Oh well. Okay, so you've got your ball on. Now all you gotta do is figure out how long you want the handle. Me, I want it about here. So what we do next is very simple. We cut just a little bit below where my hand is. I want to say about there's good. Yeah, right about there's good. So the next you're gonna take your handle over to the vise. You're gonna clamp it down, and then you're gonna cut it with a saw specifically made for metals. Now, some of you might be wondering, what do I mean a saw specifically made for metals? Well, allow me to explain this for you, kids. There's three kinds of blades out there. The first kind of blade is made specifically for wood, meaning that if you got a wood or a wood-like object, it'll cut through it nice and easy. They usually got teeth that are set further apart, a little bit longer, or they got blades that have 3 rows of teeth on them. Now there's several different kinds of wood saws, and I'm going to get into that. The second type is based for plastics. It usually has really fine teeth, and they're really close together. The third kind is this kind of blade. Now you see this? See those tiny teeth right there? Those are extra fine. This is made specifically for cutting metal. Nothing more. But then again, there's 3 different kinds of blades that cut specific kinds of metals. So, I'll be right back after this commercial break. Here it is. Cut down. See? Just the right length for me. Now, you may have noticed that right here, there is a really rough, jaggedy, ugly looking edge. The fix for that is this. It's a tool that electricians typically use whenever they're cutting their electronic metal conduit. It literally works like this. You put it in the hole, you line up that little latch right there, and then you just twist back and forth, and it rounds it out just enough. You ain't got to do a whole lot, just enough. Now then, and it's considerably less dangerous now. Takes care of all the nice, ugly, sharp edges. Now comes the hard part. I gotta take this pieces of PVC, cut them out to just a little bit bigger than I'm gonna need them, drill holes in them, and then try to work from there. I'll see you in about 10 seconds. Is everyone still there? Still awake? Good. Now then, yet again, we get at our trusty little spade bits. Set them up in your drill. And then once you have that done, take both of your pieces of PVC and set them into a vise. Nice and tight. If you don't do this tight enough, you run the risk of them flying all over the place. Now then, let's see how this works. Give me 1 second to reset up the camera. Look it down. Perfectly done. Come on, come on. There we go. Ta-da! 2 perfectly sized holes. And, ow, if we take some of the excess, you see that's going to take just a little bit of work, but everything will fit in nice and snug. Now then, once you have that part done, here comes the hardest part. Give me a second. Okay, so that's even. Turn this back around, set you right there. Now here comes the most annoying part in my opinion. Let's say that this is what I made the handle out of, right? I gotta find a piece of PVC that's just slightly smaller than this. So I'll be right back once I find out which side. So this right here is a piece of 1/2 inch. As you can see, it will not go in. So the question becomes, what do we do, right? Well, it's very simple what we do. We're going to heat this up nice and soft. We're going to force it over the end of this. But first, actually, you know what? Screw that noise. I don't need to do that. Nah, man. Okay, so never mind on that last part I just said. Forget that. It's too much work. We're not doing this to be too much work. We're doing this to be just enough work. Okay, so you take one, you take the other, bada boom. Now that those are in place, here's what you got to do next. Take your Gorilla Glue again and glue both of these into place. See? Ain't that simple? Ain't that fun, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, don't worry though. We're just getting started. See y'all in a minute. Alright, we're recording again. Alright, so I rounded off this section right here. Well, not rounded off, I'm starting to shape it. It's going to be completely round when I'm done. So will the top half. We'll get to that part in a second though. First I want to show you what I plan to do with these wooden dowel rods. Now, first you gotta get a pencil sharpener. I prefer to use the electric one we have right here in the garage. There we go, nice and pointy. Now the reason why that's important is as follows. You're going to take your dowel rod, give me a second. You're going to cut it down to about how long you want your point to be. And then once you have both sides pointed out, take your sphere and find a random spot to put it. I'm going to start at the middle first. And thanks to its sharpness, you should be able to just twist and push it in. Because it's a styrofoam ball, not made of proper metal. Voila! One spike. Now, what I do is I'm actually going to put 4 on the same line. So it's going to be coming in quarters, and then I go up and down just a little bit and put those right between each of these pegs. And I'm going to do about 4 or 5 layers of that. So I'll be right back as soon as all the shaping is done. All right then, hello there again, ladies and gentlemen. So this is it. This is the mace, completely put together. You can go ahead and seal off the bottom right here if you want to. I'm not going to on this one. I'm actually going to plan to glue something right there. But all you got to do now is just spray paint the entire thing and you're pretty much good. Now if you want to, you can put some kind of wrapping right here on the handle. I plan to. I'll come back once I have everything completely 100% done. Okay, so I'm going to cheat a little bit, actually. The mace that I was making until now is right there and drying, but this is the first mace I made. It's made using the exact same materials, the exact same way, exact same everything. Now, as you can see, the handle has a leather wrap on it. This is fake leather, some pleather that I had just lying around. I cut it into a strip, wrapped it, and the way I did that was I put one right here, went around once, nice and tight, layered it, and then I started working my way down layer by layer. Once I got to the very bottom, I brought it around twice, drilled a hole straight through the entire thing, and then put a brass screw in place. This is a piece of jewelry from a necklace that I bought. So, a couple of things that this build has taught me. Number one, be very careful with your tools. In order to make all these spikes for both of them, I literally burnt out the motor on 2 electric pencil sharpeners. I've got a third one right now that I'm going to be a little bit nicer to. So be very careful, go slow, and constantly check the heat of your tools. You don't want them to burn out. Very expensive things to replace. Second thing I've learned, random pieces of jewelry make very good decorational pieces. So go to thrift shops, go to Burlington's, go to Marshall's, go to everywhere where they're going to have jewelry on massive sales. Or a normally $20 piece is like 5 piece or something like that. Spend the $5, tear it apart for what you need, and keep the rest. Because, no offense to the following places, Michael's and Joann's, you're good at what you do. You have great parts like the styrofoam ball, the dowel rod, just random bits and bobs I normally can't find. Hell, Joann's is where I got the pleather. But for jewelry pieces and beads and such like that, sometimes it's cheaper just to buy the necklace. Cause, give me a second. This torn apart necklace with the one earring that I used for something else cost me literally $1. Over at Michael's, I can get 3 roses, same size and everything, for $5. So yeah, that's my video on how to make your own mace. I made this for my King Sombra cosplay. As you can see, it's got kind of a good balance to it. Does what a mace is supposed to do. It's heavier on the end than it is at the handle. And if you listen closely, hear that? It's got a nice whoosh to it. I like the whoosh sound. But if you are going to make one of these, be careful swinging it around because I have gone like this and pricked myself a few times. This is Alex, signing off.